friends, welcome to Joe Newton online class. In this video, I want us to study this topic in mathematics, and that topic is changing subject of the formula. So in some cases, or most often in mathematical problems, in the course of providing solution, we'll meet a situation where we want to make a quantity or a term or a variable the subject of the formula. So this will give us a clue or hint on how to make subject of the formula in such conditions. So let us look at the examples on the board and provide solutions to them. Number one, we are asked to make the letters in the brackets the subject of the formula. So the first question has C is equal to AB minus 2AD, where A is expected to be made subject of the formula. In this mathematical expression, the letter C here is already the subject of the formula, but we are now expected to make A the subject of the formula. So let's take it one by one. So we are given that C is equal to AB minus 2AD. So to make A subject of the formula, it's very simple. We abide by a common rule. Because we have two A's here, you should not be confused. The only thing we have to do is to factorize. When we factorize now, we have one A. Look at it. So we have C is equal to A bracket B minus 2D. Because the common factor here is A, so it is outside the bracket. A divided A, we have B. A divided 2AD, we have 2D. When you open this bracket, you still have AB minus 2AD. So we can see we have only one A now. So the next thing we do now is we take the opposite action. These two B bracket, these terms in bracket is multiplying A, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So the rule is that when you cross the other's boundary, if it is division, it becomes multiplication. If it is multiplication, it becomes division. If it is addition, it becomes subtraction. If it is square, it becomes square root. Just obey the opposite rules in equation solution. So this you have that. So this will cross over here. We now have that. In other words, when we arrange this, okay, simply means that C divided by B minus 2D is equals to A. Because we have made a solid formula. So therefore, we have that A is equals to C over B minus 2D. So that's our A. That's the solution to this problem. So number one problem is already solved. So A is equal to C over B minus 2D. That is it. Okay, so we have made A subject of the formula now. A is now the captain. The number two questions gives us T is equal to 2 pi root L over G. Here we have that T is equal to 2 pi root L over G. And we expected to make L the subject of the formula. Here T is already the subject. So very simple. The first thing we do here is, this is square root. This square root will be cleared first. After clearing the square root, we clear the fraction. Then we continue the operation. How do we clear the square root? Opposite of square root is square. So we square both sides. So the first thing we do now is square each term. Square each term. Or both sides. In both sides. So that is it. So to remove this one, the square of this square root now is what? You take it off. So coming to this page, therefore have T squared is equals to 2 pi all squared. So into L over G. Because the square of square root eliminates it. So we have this. Remember, this square is for these 2 and pi, not only for pi alone. That will give us T squared equals to 2 square is what? 4. Pi square, half pi square L over G. Then the next thing we do is what? We cross multiply to eliminate the fraction. We cross multiply to eliminate the fraction. So when you, this is like over 1. When you cross multiply, we have G. Okay, let me bring this quantity to the intent to make subject formula first. 1 times you have 4 pi square L is equals to GT square. See, 1 times this is this time this. Then the next thing we do now is divide both sides by the coefficient of L. So this 4 pi square is multiplying L. So when it goes over to this boundary, crossing this boundary, it becomes division. Therefore, we have that L is equal to GT squared all over 4 pi squared. So that is it. Now L is the subject formula. So it's very simple. We have made L the subject of the word formula. So L is the captain now. And that's what we expected to do. Okay, then let's look at question number 3. Let's solve number 3. Let me solve it here. Number 3 says V is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. Number 3 gives us that V is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So very simple. The first thing we do here is to clear the fraction. So this is over 1. And we expected to make r subject of the formula. So when you clear the fraction now, 3 times this, 1 time have 4 pi r raised to power 3 equals to 3 times v, 3v. Then it is now linear. Then we continue. The next thing we do now is divide both sides by the coefficient of r squared. By the coefficient of r cubed. This is r cubed. So we have that r cubed is equal to 3v over 4 pi. You see, but we expected to make r subject of the formula, not r cubed. So we have to treat this power 3 here. And the opposite of cube is cube root. Opposite of square is square root. Opposite of cube is cube root. And so on. So we now have r is equals to cube root of the fraction 3v over 4 pi. Cube root. So C cube root. So that's it. So cube root is 3 inside this, that's cube root. Because in the square root we have invisible 2. But from cube root, 4th root and so on, we indicate the root by number. So that is it. So this is the solution to number 3 question. It's very simple. So let's go back and finish number 4. For question number 4. For number 4 question. For number 4, number 2, we are given t equals to 2 pi root L over G. That's what we solve here. So for number 4 question, number 4 says 1 over f is equals to 1 over u plus 1 over v. And we are asked to make f subject of the formula. We are making f the subject. So the first thing we do here is you find the LCM here. The LCM. So the LCM of u and v is what? uv. Of course, this equation is from length and mirror equation anywhere in physics. So we have this, you divide uv, you get v, v times 1, v plus v divide this, it remains u times 1, u. So what we have now is 1 over f is equals to this. So having 1 over f equals to v plus u over uv, then you cross multiply. It's very simple. So in this case, you now have that very simple, mathematically, if you want to treat this, just have the reciprocal. It's very simple, reciprocal. Have the reciprocal. But to make it clearer for you, let's cross multiply. You will now have f bracket v plus u is 1 times this is equals to uv. So to make f, therefore f is equals to uv all over v plus u. Simple. So that is it. So you can see that here f is equals to uv over what? V plus equals to uv over v plus u. That is it. So we have made f the subject of the formula from this fraction. So it's very simple. So these are hints and the rules you need to abide by when making any variable subject of the formula in any mathematical equation like this expression. It's very simple. Obey the rules of crossing the boundary of the equation, multiplication crosses to become division, addition crosses to become subtraction, and the square turns to square root of both sides, and so on. So with this, I believe you can tackle similar problems in making subject of the formula when you encounter them in mathematical problems. So for more of these solutions in physics and mathematics, visit my YouTube channel at Joe Newton Online Class, as well as my Facebook page. Like, subscribe, and share. Then, if you need extra classes on mathematics and physics via Zoom, Skype, and even Telegram, then you can contact me through my line here at Joe Newton Online Class. Thank you, and God